Let's talk about how the president's national security team and strategy are shaping up. Joining me now is New York Republican Congressman Pete King, a member of the House Homeland Security Committee. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mr. King. Good to see you.
To Doug. Thank you.
Just your observations, generally speaking, about the national security picks we've seen thus far.
I think they're exceptional, particularly General Flynn. If General Mattis ends up being Secretary of Defense, that would be outstanding. Mike Pompeo, as head of the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, is a terrific pick. I served with Mike on the Intelligence Committee. Here's a guy who was #1 in his class in West Point, graduate of Harvard Law School, and he's been a soldier on the ground. So he is uniquely qualified. And I'll tell you, being with him on the committee, he's one of the hardest workers, takes it very seriously, especially in issues like Benghazi. He was in the forefront as far as the Iran deal, the nuclear agreement. It was Mike that found certain parts of the deal that the rest of us didn't know about, that hadn't been disclosed. So, no, he's an excellent choice. And so I just think the president-elect is doing an excellent job. He really is. And for so much criticism he got the first few days, it shows that he does certainly know what he's doing. And once again, he's at least one step ahead of the media.
You talked about Pompeo at CIA. One of the key chief components of that job is being a good manager, because the CIA, like so much else in Washington, is a vast bureaucracy that requires a special kind of navigation. Does he have those skills?
I believe he does. As an Army officer, as a law school graduate, and I've seen the work he's done on the committee, and also as far as handling special assignments on the committee, where it was his job to obtain evidence, coordinate it, put it in a combined package. Yes, I think he is. Again, the CIA is a vast enterprise, and until someone does it, you don't know if they can do it. But I am confident that if anyone can, it'll be Mike Pompeo. I think he has he's the knowledge of someone who knows how it works on the inside, from being on the Intelligence Committee and the depth of his effort, but also he's a person who has been thinking about these issues for many years, and so no, I think he's exceptionally qualified.
I'm sure you remember many years ago, Senator John McCain called the CIA a rogue agency that needed reining in. Do you subscribe to that theory? Does Pompeo subscribe to that theory? And what needs to be done if indeed that is the case?
Well, again, Mike Pompeo will have to speak for himself. But no, I think that there are elements of the CIA who basically should be more coordinated. I think in the past you have had instances where some elements of the CIA were going off on their own. And I'm not saying as far as any violations of human rights or anything like that. I'm just saying even like during the Iraq War, I think there were elements of the CIA that were undermining President Bush. They had a different view, or they weren't pleased with President Bush, and they were selectively leaking and working against him. So I think it's important that this be looked upon as a team. And I think, again, being a captain in the military and #1 in his class at West Point, Mike Pompeo will be able to impose that team concept. Hopefully everyone will go along the way they should, and if not, I think Mike will be able to take the appropriate action.
And have you been approached by the Trump transition team for any position within the administration?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've spoken with some people in the transition team, but I've not been offered any position. I've not asked for any position. And quite frankly, being in the Congress, I'm really excited about Donald Trump's anti-terror and counterterrorism agenda. And I believe that being on the Intelligence Committee and the Homeland Security Committee, and as a past chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, I'll be in an ideal position to be able to really help Donald Trump, President Trump. I saw the president-elect on election night. I was at his headquarters, and I've had some conversations with people since then, but nothing involving me, and I'm not looking for anything, and I'm right now the happiest guy in the world, just looking forward to be able to move his agenda on Capitol Hill.
Representative Peter King, thanks so much for your time. Again, happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too, Doug. Thank you.